What's going on, everyone? Gourmet here. Today, I have got a FM22 rebuild here for you guys. And the club that we will be rebuilding is none other than Manchester United. We're going to make Manchester United great again. And I'm really looking forward to the team that we can assemble here with Manchester United. Now, first things first. With these club rebuilds that I'm going to be doing, the max amount of seasons I will be doing with clubs is 5 seasons. Now, the first season, I'm just going to be simulating through and seeing how the team does with no changes made player-wise, but running the tactic that we will be using throughout the rebuild. So that is what we will be getting into here today. If you guys do happen to enjoy today's rebuild, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribing is 100% free, so why not hit that sub button? Also, if you guys would like to check out the Discord, there will be a link down below in the description if you guys would like to join my Discord. Also, if you guys would like to check me out over on Twitch, there will be a link down below for that as well. But now, without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so here we are, Season 1, Day 1. Haven't put anyone into this setup, but what we are going to be rocking is a made-from-scratch 4-2-3-1. We've got an advanced forward up top, 2 wingers on attack, shadow striker on attack, central mid on support, ball-winning midfielder on support. Got 2 wingbacks on support, 2 central defenders on defend, and a goalkeeper on defend as well. Now, some of these things are subject to change depending on what players we are bringing in at what position, so definitely keep that in mind. But this is what we are going to be rocking for this rebuild. We're going to be playing with a positive mentality, and yeah, I mean, I'm pretty confident in this 4-2-3-1. It's the system that I believe Manchester United should use in reality, and hopefully with whoever takes over after Ralf Rangnick, they kind of adopt a 4-2-3-1 style. With Manchester United, I think that they would excel pretty well with a 4-2-3-1. But now let's see how we do through Season 1, just going in without any signings and just by using this tactic. Let's see how we get on. So, end of year 1, Manchester United finished in 3rd, which, in my opinion, that's higher than they're most likely going to finish in reality, unfortunately. But we have finished in 3rd place on 83 points, 6 points behind the champions Liverpool in Season 1. We got knocked out by Liverpool in the semifinal of the Champions League, so we had a decent run there. And then in the FA Cup, we got knocked out in the semifinal by Arsenal, but won the Carabao Cup, so we were able to get a trophy Season 1. Just based off of having the normal team, but using this 4-2-3-1 tactic. Now, going into next season, I already know that I'm going to want to revamp this team quite a bit. I mean, we're obviously going to be building around players like Jadon Sancho, Bruno Fernandes, Rafael Varane, Marcus Rashford, Wan-Bissaka, Shaw. We're probably going to find a way to keep Ronaldo here until he retires. But ideally, everyone else will probably move on. I really like David De Gea, and I like Paul Pogba, so we'll probably keep them here just because I like them. But, I mean, everyone that I have mentioned will do a pretty good job, but everyone else I am looking to move on from and basically give this team a total makeover. So let's go ahead, make some signings, and we will see how we do in Season 2 after that. Alright, so here we go. Now, keep in mind that it's going to have Jadon Sancho, Varane, Cristiano Ronaldo, Ethan Ennis on here. Those are signings that I personally did not make. Everyone below Rafael Varane, I did make. So first signing that I brought in was none other than Weston McKennie. I really like Weston McKennie. I think that he is going to be a very good squad option for us. He is a very solid player on the ball. In my opinion, he is the best player in the United States national team right now. A lot of people really, really like Christian Pulisic. Don't get me wrong, I like him too. But Weston McKennie is the architect for this team currently. He is very, very good. I think that he can bring a lot to the table for us with Manchester United. Next player that I brought in was Declan Rice for £70 million. I brought in Weston McKennie for $22 million. Brought in Declan Rice for $70 million. And I mean, everyone knows how good Declan Rice is. I absolutely love Declan Rice. He is a very, very good player. And him and Weston McKennie are going to be playing in the same role. Obviously, Declan Rice will probably play a little bit more than Weston. But I mean, we have two players that are absolutely phenomenal within that role. So, I mean, we can't really go wrong there. And I really, really am looking forward to seeing how both of them get on and develop and contribute to this team. Next up, we've got Benjamin Sesko for £15 million. The reason why I brought in Benjamin Sesko is because we're eventually going to need a new talisman. Now, if Benjamin Sesko grows into that, great. That would be absolutely phenomenal. But if he is just there to provide some squad depth and bang in some goals every now and then for us, that'll be great as well. Because, I mean, until Ronaldo retires, Ronaldo is that guy up front. So, I mean, having Benjamin Sesko as a squad player, it's definitely going to help us out. He's a very, very solid young player at 6'4". He's got 4-star potential. So hopefully he can get around there for us in this Manchester United side, provide some much needed squad depth for us. Next up, we've got one of the best young defenders in football right now, and it is Josko Gvardiol. I believe that is how you pronounce it. We brought him in for, how much was it? £35.5 million. He is a very, very solid player, can play left back and center back. We have him signed to be a squad player, so he will be playing games at center back and left back when needed. I believe he can become a very important player for us. Will he be as important as Rafael Varane is? I don't know. But I definitely believe in this kid, and I think that he will be very, very good. He's 6'1", so he's got some size to him. He is a strong player. He's got some pace. He's great defensively, decent playing the ball as well. So hopefully he will become a rock for us in the back and a very good utility player with either playing at left back or at center back for us. Next up, we've got a player that was linked to Manchester United in the past. It is Matthias de Ligt. I absolutely love this kid. He is very, very good, and I think that he will be way better than having Harry Maguire there. We did not sell Harry Maguire, but Matthias de Ligt is definitely going to be playing way more than Harry Maguire for sure. He is great in the air, great defensively. He is young at 22 years old. We did have to pay a pretty penny to get him, though. It was £96 million. But it will be well worth it. Next, we've got a depth player for the squad. His name is Sebastian Szymanski. Brought him in for £8.25 million. If you guys have been around my channel since last year with FM, you guys will know that I really like this kid. Brought him in from Dynamo Moscow. He is a young Polish kid. He is very solid all around, and is going to provide some super sub vibes for us. That is kind of why I brought him in. I want him to be able to come off the bench, inject some goals and assists into the squad when needed. I think that he'll do a great job for us at doing that. Our final signing was Andre Onana. I wanted a high-quality goalkeeper to pair with David De Gea. He agreed to sign on as backup, so that was absolutely phenomenal. Andre Onana is a very good goalkeeper, plays for Ajax. He is going to be a phenomenal backup for us. And I think that if we do end up moving on from David De Gea in the future, that Andre Onana can definitely step in and become the starter for us. And he wouldn't miss a beat. He would be very good for us. So I'm looking forward to seeing what all these signings can do for us. We brought him in for £41.5 million. Yes, it was not cheap, but we had the money to make it happen. And I definitely believe in Andre Onana to win us some games if David De Gea ever becomes unavailable. On the outs, we sold Alex Telles to Wolves for £23 million, sold Jesse Lingard for under £1 million to Arsenal. His value really dipped off. Sold Fred to Sheffield United for £9.25 million. Victor Lindelof to Chelsea for £25 million. We have loaned out Anthony Elanga, who has looked very good for Manchester United recently. We've loaned him out to Celtic for a season, and we sold Charlie McNeil to Newcastle for £1.3 million. So those are all the signings and sales that we have made, but I am going to go ahead and show you guys tactically who we're going to have play where for this season, and then we will go ahead and simulate Season 2. All right, so tactic-wise with Manchester United, once again, rocking the 4-2-3-1, but like I said, it is subject to change, and bringing in a player like Matthijs de Ligt, I was confident in playing two ball-playing defenders in the back, so that is what we have switched to. That is all that we have switched besides going as a sweeper keeper on support. I think that getting those long-played balls from Andre Onana and David De Gea will help out a lot in creating some opportunities. It might lead to as many as between 5 and 10 goals extra a season by doing that. So hopefully by making these little changes, it will help. Matthijs de Ligt is going to be the only player that I make sure plays game in, game out. I want him to become the focal point of the back line for us. So hopefully he can bring success to us from day one. But yeah, let's go ahead, simulate on, and see how we do in year 2. So here we are, end of year 2, and we have won the Premier League and the Champions League. We were runners-up in the Carabao Cup, as you guys can see. We fell way short in the FA Cup, but I will definitely take a Premier League title and a Champions League title as well in the same season. Ronaldo had 39 league goals, so that's absolutely massive. We performed very well. We won the league by a point over Liverpool. We played very solid throughout the season, and I am really happy with the way that we performed. Now, with our Champions League group, that's a very interesting group. We had Valencia, Napoli, and Freiburg, which is very interesting that Freiburg were able to make it to the Champions League. But after the group stages, we had to play Lazio, which we took care of Lazio. We did lose in the first leg, though, but we won the second leg 3-0 at home. Then we had Benfica after, won 4-1 on aggregate. Then we had Bayern Munich, won by a goal on aggregate. And then we played RB Leipzig in the Champions League final, which I know RB Leipzig fans would absolutely love for that to happen in reality, to make it to a Champions League final. But I would say overall, very happy with this season. Overall, the best month was definitely October. Didn't lose a match in October. So that is very impressive. Squad-wise, though, if we go and look at statistics after what is seemingly a complete overhaul of the squad, we have Ronaldo with 50 goals, Marcus Rashford with 24, Bruno Fernandes with 20, Jadon Sancho with 16, a couple players with 9, 8 trickles off, but seems to be that everyone is contributing in whatever way they possibly can. Assist-wise, Jadon Sancho with 22 assists, Marcus Rashford with 16, Bruno Fernandes with 15, Sebastian Szymanski there with 9, same with Luke Shaw and Declan Rice. Like I said, if Sebastian Szymanski could be that super sub option for us, that would be great. He only had 13 starts, but 28 games off the bench, and he had 5 goals, 9 assists. That is very nice to see. Overall, the team did absolutely phenomenal. We won the league and the Champions League. Also got to a cup final domestically with the Carabao Cup, but we were runners-up in that. Highest average rating was a 7.6 by Ronaldo, but a 7.46 by Bruno and Rafael Varane. So that is nice to see. But in Season 2, we won the league and the Champions League already, and got runners-up in the Carabao Cup. So we are already on our way to making Manchester great again. If we can win a couple more trophies, I think we would have that mission accomplished. All right, so here we are going into season 3. We've only made 2 signings, but both signings were absolutely massive signings. So, first signing being a offensive-minded right back. We have Aaron Wan-Bissaka. He is more defensive side of things. I wanted an offensive-minded right back, and who better than Achraf Hakimi? Brought him in for 110 million pounds. I know it's a lot, but this guy, absolutely phenomenal. He is very, very solid. Great playmaking ability, pretty solid defensively. He's got pace. He's very, very creative on the ball, and I think would be a great addition to a Manchester United side. I'm really looking forward to seeing what he can do. Hopefully he can help us retain our Premier League title and Champions League title as well. Maybe bring another domestic cup to the club also. But, I mean, bringing in Achraf Hakimi, that is a major, major signing right there. Then our second signing for £91 million was Joao Felix, former Benfica man, former Madrid man, well, Atletico Madrid that is, and now Man United man, our future talisman potentially. I've signed him to be an important player, so he can play at striker, attacking mid, left wing, right wing, potentially center midfield if ever needed. But he is our future talisman in my eyes. He is our next Ronaldo. Hopefully he can bring his A game to the table. I think he is a very, very solid young player, and I am really looking forward to seeing what he can do within this Manchester United team. Now, sale-wise, we have sold Axel Tuanzebe for £14 million, Anthony Martial to Sevilla for £16.5 million. We have sold Eric Bailly to Real Madrid for £27 million. Phil Jones to Real Betis for £4.6 million. Dago Dalot for £20 million to Barcelona. Dean Henderson for £12 million to Inter Milan. Donny van de Beek for £20 million to Bayern Munich. £3.4 million we got from Celtic for Anthony Elanga. Joe Hugo we sold for £1 million in total. Then Sam Ather to Sunderland for £375,000. So a lot on the outs, very few players on the ends, but spent big money for big signings, and hopefully they can make a big time impact for us here in season 3. And to the tactic side of things, rocking the same thing again. Only player that we have locked in is Matthias de Ligt. Seemed to work last season. Let's see if it works this season and trying to retain our Premier League title. Let's get on to see the season 3 results. All right, so very all-around type season here for season 3. We won the league again, so we retained our Premier League title. We got knocked out in the first round by Real Madrid. I believe Mbappe is on Real Madrid. He is. So, I mean, that kind of makes sense. Real Madrid with Mbappe up front would be very, very scary. We were runners-up in the European Super Cup. We lost on penalties to Tottenham, which is unfortunate. We got knocked out in the quarterfinal by Everton in the FA Cup, but we won the Carabao Cup, so a domestic double, and we won the Community Shield. Who did we win the Carabao Cup over? Liverpool, and we won it 1-0. So another Premier League title we'll definitely take. We're making ourselves the big dogs in England once again. Schedule-wise, who did we have in our Champions League group at the group stage? We had Milan, Borussia Mönchengladbach, and Barcelona. So 3 big-time hitters right there in AC Milan, us, and Barcelona. I guess we went out on top from the results that I have seen there, but unfortunately we did get knocked out by Real Madrid away at the Bernabeu 2-0. We drew the first leg 1-1 at home, so we would have had to really put on a show in Madrid. Unfortunately, we fell short. But yeah, I mean, overall, we retained our Premier League title. Very happy with that. Won the Carabao Cup, won the Community Shield, so 3 more trophies. Would have been nice to add the Champions League, European Super Cup, and FA Cup if we could have swept everything, that would have been phenomenal. But, I mean, it is what it is. But we still won the Premier League, so I am very, very happy with that. Looking at the squad and who did what this season, Ronaldo scored 35 goals, Bruno Fernandes 19, Jadon Sancho 16, Rashford with 14, Amad Diallo with 13, Varane with 9, Joao Felix with 9, Seshko with 9. So a lot of players contributing in a lot of ways. Joao Felix, I was hoping for a little bit more. Not going to lie. Was hoping for a little bit more. But assist-wise, we've got Bruno Fernandes with 20 assists, Amad Diallo with 12, Marcus Rashford with 12, Joao Felix with 10, Szymanski with 9, 5 goals and 9 assists once again in fewer games played. So he is most definitely living up to the super sub type hype. Ronaldo with 9 assists, Sancho with 8, Vargil with 8 as well. I believe Ronaldo is retiring. He is retiring. So this was Ronaldo's last season. He goes out as a Premier League champion. What is not to like about that? Let's go on, see who we bring in to truly replace one of the legends of the beautiful game of football here at Manchester United. All right, so we brought in 2 signings, sold a few players. I'm going to show you one of the signings first. We brought in Alessandro Bastoni from Inter Milan for £90 million. When I saw that Ronaldo was retiring, it's only a matter of time that we move on from Rafael Varane. So Alessandro Bastoni in the back with Matthias de Ligt, that will be very, very good. Both very, very big, very good in the air, very good defensively. They both have pace as well, which is something you love to have in the back. So really looking forward to seeing what Alessandro Bastoni will be able to do in the back with Matthias de Ligt. But the other signing, which I have to go back to show you guys, is our new talisman, Erling Haaland. We brought him in for £62 million. £62 million. That's it. It was an absolute steal of a signing. He is absolutely absurd. Really looking forward to seeing what he can offer this team. I mean, having players like Erling Haaland, Marcus Rashford, Joao Felix, Matthias de Ligt, Jadon Sancho, Bruno Fernandes still, Declan Rice, Weston McKennie. I mean, all of these guys are absolutely phenomenal players. So it'll be very, very interesting to see what we do here in Season 4. If we retain our Premier League title for the 3rd season in a row, I think mission accomplished right there. If we win other trophies as well, most definitely mission accomplished when making Manchester United great again. I mean, winning 3 Premier League titles in a row is something that is not easy to do. But with this team, it has kind of become a little bit easy because these players are absolutely phenomenal. They gel really, really well. The system that we have works. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what we are able to do. Now, going back to our sales, we didn't really have anyone too big besides Amad Diallo. We sold Amad Diallo, who has become a pretty solid player, to Real Madrid for £52 million. So very, very solid player, contributed quite a bit for a little while for us as a squad type player, but now he's on to Real Madrid where he can make a bigger impact than in this very, very stacked squad that we now have. But we are now going to take a look at the tactics screen, and after that we will do the simulation, see how we do in year 4. I'll go over the stats and how everyone has grown throughout that time as well. So let's hope that we can finish the mission here in Season 4, making Manchester United great again by winning our 3rd Premier League title in a row. Tactically, set up the exact same way. Matthias de Ligt, the only player we are playing game in, game out. We have a very, very well-rounded squad now, so I want to be able to play everyone whenever they are able to play, except Matthias de Ligt. He is integral to the back line because we've brought him in, and we have 2 Premier League titles, a Champions League title, Carabao Cup, Community Shield. I mean, that is pretty nice. So let's see how we do now in Season 4. All right, so, I mean, in my opinion, mission accomplished. We have won 3 Premier League titles in a row, this time with an 11-point cushion over our rivals, Manchester City. We won the league on 96 points. Erling Haaland had 27 league goals as well. We have qualified for the Club World Championship, which is nice. We got to the semifinal of the Champions League, so we will definitely be checking on how our road to the semifinal was. FA Cup-wise, we were the runners-up, so we finally got to FA Cup final, but we were the runners-up. We got knocked out in the quarterfinal of the Carabao Cup by my club, actually, Swansea City. So that is unfortunate for Manchester United, but great for Swansea City that we got to the semifinal. And then the Community Shield, we won that once again. So let's see, runners-up-wise. We lost to Liverpool 3-2. All right. Kind of makes sense. And then Liverpool knocked us out in the Champions League. Did Liverpool win it? They did not. AC Milan won it. Liverpool won it the year before, though. Let's look at the schedule here. So who was our group? We had Sporting, Atletico Madrid, and Roma. All right. I mean, we were definitely the big dogs there, but playing against Ronaldo's former club and playing against Atletico Madrid, Joao Felix's former club, same with David De Gea, and then playing against Roma, who I wonder who is their manager. Is it still Jose? No, it is not Jose. I don't even know who that is. But I wonder if Simeone is still at Atletico. Nope, Maurizio Sarri is. All right, that is interesting. But yeah, we did pretty solid throughout this rebuild. I mean, 3 Premier League titles, a Champions League trophy, 2 Carabao Cup trophies, 2 Community Shields, and a final appearance and a semifinal appearance in the FA Cup. So that is very, very impressive. But going through our journey in the Champions League, we had to play Barcelona in our first knockout, and we beat them 2-1 away at the Camp Nou, and then we beat them 4-1 at home at Old Trafford. And then in the quarterfinal, we played against Arsenal, beat them 5-1 at Old Trafford, but at the Emirates, we lost 2-0, so 1-5-3 on aggregate. And then we had to play Liverpool, and we got absolutely smashed in the away leg. Absolutely smashed at Anfield. Which, I mean, makes sense. You don't want to play there in the Champions League. And then we did win the home leg, but, I mean, we lost 8-5 on aggregate. So Liverpool, who's in their side? Jurgen Klopp is still their manager. Key player, they still have Salah. Who do they have? They have James Ward-Prowse, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Luis Diaz, Marcus Antonio, Naby Keita still there, Joao Pedro, Paulo Dybala. Who else is there? Jules Koundé, Lorenzo Luca. That is an interesting signing for them. Alexandro, Christian Romero. Very, very solid team. So I understand why Liverpool gave us such a difficult time in Season 4. But I say mission accomplished. Let's see how we performed in this season. Erling Haaland scoring 49 goals. That is what you expect from a big-time buy right there. Joao Felix with 25 goals. That is much more like it. Bruno Fernandes with 24. Marcus Rashford with 22. Matthias Ligt in this season had 18. And Alessandro Bastoni with 13. That is absolutely phenomenal. That is those set pieces doing their work. And then we've got Jadon Sancho having 13. Assist-wise, Bruno Fernandes with 38. Jadon Sancho at 21, Marcus Rashford with 17, Joao Felix with 15, and then there's the super sub, Sebastian Szymanski with 2 goals and 9 assists. He's always up there with assists. He's always like right behind the double digits. Very, very solid player. Very solid player. Did very, very well for us. But let's go ahead. We're going to sort by reports and look at the ability of our team and it is absolutely absurd. Wow. So, we've got Matthias de Ligt, 5 out of 5. Erling Haaland, 5 out of 5. We got Bruno Fernandes at 4.5 out of 5. I wonder how good Erling Haaland is. Did he improve at all? He's basically about the same. Matthias de Ligt, he's obviously at 5 out of 5 now, and that is, like, his build is beautiful for FM. Absolutely amazing. We got Paul Pogba at 4 out of 4. Joao Felix, 4 out of 4. He looks to be a very, very solid player. He's improved a little bit in finishing, first touch, and dribbling, I believe. The Holy Trinity right there. Weston McKennie, 4 out of 4. He has become a big-time player for them. That is good to see. That is absolutely awesome. I mean, from where he was and how he's developed, very, very quick, very strong, good on the ball, good defensively. It's nice to see. Great work rate as well, which I can attest to that. I mean, watching him, he has an incredible work rate. Achraf Hakimi at 4 out of 4 still. Bastoni, same thing. Luke Shaw, 4 out of 4. Jadon Sancho, 4 out of 4. How has Jadon Sancho developed, though? He's looking all right. He's looking pretty fine. Declan Rice, 4 out of 4. Marcus Rashford, 4 out of 4. Declan Rice is him and Weston McKennie. Those could be the missing pieces, honestly, for defensive style midfielders for Manchester United. I think that both of them are very, very good, and that they could both play that role for them very, very well, as they have shown here in this rebuild. Now, with Sebastian Szymanski, he's at 3 out of 5. Now, he was 2.5, but obviously he has, like, grown leaps and bounds to be one of the, like, I guess you could say right under top tier, so not even middle tier, like right on the cusp of being a top tier player for Manchester United, but he's like a top tier impact type player, I guess you could say. Rafael Varane down to 3. Onana and De Gea still going strong, both of them. De Gea at 34, Onana at 29. Scott McTominay is still here. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is on 3. Harry Maguire has regressed and definitely makes sense. Josko Gvardiol is at 3 out of his 3.5 potential. So, I mean, he's definitely getting there. He is definitely getting there. He is a very, very solid player. I like him a lot. And then Benjamin Sesko, he never really lived up to what I thought he could become for us, but I mean, it makes sense when we have Ronaldo, then we have Joao Felix, then we have Erling Haaland. He never really got his turn to be the man, so maybe in a future rebuild, I will bring in Benjamin Sesko, and we will try and make him the man. He is only 22 years old as well, so he definitely still has time to hit that potential. But really, really am happy with this rebuild. We have made Manchester United great again, in my opinion, with 3 Premier League titles, a Champions League title, 2 Carabao Cup titles, 2 Community Shields, and a semifinal and final appearance in the FA Cup. So, I mean, once again, we won the league on 96 points, 11-point gap from Manchester City. That is very, very impressive. But that is going to be it for this rebuild. If you guys did happen to enjoy this rebuild of making Manchester United great again, please feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what signings you guys would make for Manchester United. Also, let me know down below what teams you'd like to see me rebuild here in the future, because this is definitely going to be something that I do more often now. Probably once a week I'd like to do it. We'll see how this one goes first. But yeah, once again, please like, comment, and subscribe. Links to Discord and Twitch will be down below in the description. And until next time, have a good one. Bye-bye.